My lying to you decided my fate. I'm not a ladies' man. I never have been. And I never will be. Like many nerdy, overachieving bachelors, I've had to wait for the big catches to be shared. Once those major studs are out, the quiet nerds with good incomes start looking good to the rest of the women. My name is Bryce, and I married Naomi 23 years ago. Our first child only took 6 months to deliver, but the others were standard 9 months. My oldest, Denise, is in college. Her brother, Daniel, is a sophomore at Cross State University. Mickey is the youngest, and she's off to private college in the fall. She is apparently much smarter than the other two, as she has a full scholarship. My card is very appreciative of that. Naomi and I met at a business conference. She was handing out registration materials. Apparently, I was witty enough that she sought me out at lunch and sat with me. What sets Naomi apart from most is that she is significantly overweight. She seems indifferent to this and flirts like she's a skinny little girl. What she looks like has never mattered to me. We fell in love based on shared beliefs and desires. Naomi works, but only gets half of mine. She's an enigma. She's very smart and good-looking, but refuses to wear makeup or watch her weight. I try not to pry, but I saw her health report and it showed 240. That's not very good for 5 feet 4 inches. I learned early on to never broach the subject of diet and face paint. We have fights, but I can't say it ever affected our lives for more than a day or two. There is nothing exciting about this life. Once or twice a week, we make love. I never wanted to know if Naomi had love fantasies, and she was never interested in mine. I guess I'm old-fashioned in the sense that I think they're risky. I was first enlightened by my daughter Mickey, a senior in high school. Daddy, you're so dumb. I almost wish the milkman was my father. Did Mom have lip gloss on when she left for work this morning? How would I know that? Does she ever wear makeup? Not that I know of. So you think she sweats lip gloss and it magically appears? Probably not. What's your point? You think she puts it on for you? My stomach cramped. I was waiting for you to do something. Walk around and see if you smell perfume. I walked by, intending to fill my glass, and of course I smelled perfume. I turned back to Mickey. Probably not for me, huh? Maybe there's still hope, Dad. It's been going on for months. Since when did she start wearing blouses that emphasize her cleavage? I think if you check her credit card receipts, you'll find a lot of new clothes. If it were me, I'd get my finances in order. I kissed Mickey on the forehead and headed for my office. As predicted, Naomi's boutique purchases had gone from $0 to over $200 in the last 3 months. I called a guy I used to play golf with on the weekends. His brother's a divorce lawyer. I've been working my ass off to pay for my kids' education. If I can put them to work without paying off student loans, their chances of realizing their dreams will increase dramatically. Thus, my personal wealth isn't even 6 months' salary saved. If Denise wants to go to grad school, even that would be a blow. Denise, my college graduate, is very serious about Richard Denton, the son of the president of the company I work for. They met at a company picnic and grew up together. Attending the same high school and then college, they became one. Richard is a year older than Denise and now works as her father's assistant. Denise is a little flustered that the marriage talk isn't moving as fast as she had hoped. Considering how much the wedding costs, I have to be prepared to take another financial hit. Daniel fancies himself Romeo, and I have yet to see him with the same girl twice. Mickey doesn't like boys yet. All the nightmares fathers go through dreading the constant parade of boys with raging hormones have been avoided for me. I should thank someone. I lamented the night Mickey pointed out the change in Naomi. You weave what you think is the road to a happy life. It seems that this common thread has been pulled a bit from the fabric of our marriage. The lawyer convinced me to draw up 3 forms: a separation agreement, a post-nuptial agreement, and a petition for divorce. His suggestion was to find the right time and give Naomi a choice. The purpose of the separation agreement was to freeze assets at that time. Not so much to freeze, but to determine how much each of our shares were worth. Immediately moving what was possible into individual accounts was his suggestion. I've been thinking about whether to do it. Maybe it wasn't as bad as I imagined. I didn't have to ponder for long. Mickey had gone somewhere. After dinner, Naomi and I retired to the living room to watch TV. Bryce, since we'd saved up a little, I was thinking about getting some Botox injections and liposuction. I found myself thinking about those words. What am I supposed to think? Is she doing this for me? Wait a minute. I went into my office and pulled out 3 forms. I signed and dated all 3. Here, Naomi, this is for you. After a few glances, what is it? I think it's pretty obvious. The first one is a separation agreement, the second is a post-nuptial agreement, and the third is a petition for divorce. I've already divided the savings account. I'll be back this time tomorrow. If you don't sign the separation agreement and the post-nuptial agreement, I'll file a legal divorce petition. All because I want to spend some money? You're crazy if you think I want a divorce or separation. What's his name? Who? The guy you're doing all this for. I'm doing this for me and for you. Bullshit. You had 23 years to do this for me. 3 months ago, you weren't even doing it for yourself. What's his name? That's nonsense. There is no other man. Are you romantically involved with a woman? No! Then it's a man. What's his name? There is no other man. Do you remember what you were wearing when we went to lunch last Sunday? Not exactly. Did you wear lipstick and perfume? No. But you come home from work every day with lip gloss and perfume even though you leave the house without it. Either you give me his name or I'll cancel the separation agreement and file for divorce tomorrow. I couldn't hold back the tears any longer. Bryce, it's not as bad as you think. I'm guessing you value his privacy more than mine. Last chance, Naomi. What's his name? The unhappy look and the tears didn't faze me. I got up to leave. Jim Stevens, in a very quiet voice. I'll be back tomorrow. Sign the treaties of your choice. I'm done with you, you lying, cheating traitor. Bryce, no! Don't say that. I didn't let it get that far. Please stay. We need to talk about this. I went to my bedroom and packed my suitcase. Naomi sat quietly with her hands covering her face. I didn't notice Mickey hugging me and kissing me. Proud of you, Daddy. If we're not good enough for her, she can live on her own. How could I have missed all these signs? Very simple, Dad. In the college prep class I'm taking, we studied confirmational bias. Basically, it means that you interpret and filter out any information that goes against your pre-existing beliefs. You believed your mom would never cheat on you, so you ignored or misinterpreted signs because they didn't fit your bias. You are far from the first, and you won't be the last. Politicians use this to their advantage. They will talk nonsense until they hit a nerve with the voter. That voter will ignore anything they disagree with as long as the politician promises something important to them. That's terrific, Mickey. I'll be back tomorrow around this time, kiddo. Thanks again. Love you. Love you too, Daddy. Maybe I should have turned my phone off. Maybe I should have left it on the messages. Bryce, is this post-nuptial agreement retroactive? It's not a problem for me, Naomi. Apparently it's a problem for you. I counted to 3, hung up, and turned my phone off. It wasn't proof yet, but it was certainly hard to sleep after that. Thinking back to her picnics and holiday parties, there was no way I could remember Jim Stevens. I was out of town for the last meeting a couple months ago. There were too many results in an internet search to be helpful. Maybe it wasn't even his name. Maybe she was blowing smoke just to get me to shut up. Fortunately, my workday was busy. I didn't even have time to eat lunch. When I decided to turn on my phone, I got messages from all 3 kids and a good half dozen from Naomi. Mickey had brought Daniel and Denise up to speed on Naomi. All 3 calls from the kids were a good morale booster for me. I didn't spend much time arguing with myself about what I wanted. What I really wanted was no longer possible. Obviously, I wasn't enough for Naomi. How are you mentally recovering from this? Does it matter that it's just an emotional deception? Will she choose divorce? Would she take the risk that I couldn't find out why the retroactivity of the post-wedding agreement was a problem? I was very hesitant to listen to Naomi's messages. The first message came right after I hung up the phone last night. Bryce, it's not a problem for me. I was just reading the contract when you hung up. Please believe me when I say it's not a problem. I didn't have sex with him. I love you. Call me. Please do. An hour later. Bryce, come home. Please. I was stupid, but you stopped me from doing something terribly stupid. I love you. First thing this morning. Good morning, Bryce. I hope you slept better than I did. I wrote you a letter. It'll tell you everything. I signed a separation agreement and a retroactive post-nuptial agreement. I don't want a divorce, Bryce. I love you. About an hour later. Did you really have to involve the kids? We could have handled this calmly. An hour later it was. I'm sorry, Bryce. Mickey told me that she was the one who told you what I was doing and that she also told Daniel and Denise about it. We can work this out, Bryce. I love you. The shock came at noon. Bryce, I've resigned. I filed a complaint against Jim Stevens, but I doubt it will work. I'll see you soon. I love you. When I pulled up after work, Naomi's car was the only one there. I could smell lasagna, my favorite, and the dining table had been cleared and now had 2 plates and a candle burning. I put my things away in the home office and headed to the kitchen to get something to drink. The only time I had ever seen Naomi in full makeup was on our wedding day. I had some free time, so I went to the beauty parlor and asked them to fix me up. Do you like it? They did a good job on you. Yeah, you look great and I love it. What can I get you to drink? The signed papers are on the table. Couldn't you wait to read the letter before you eat? Of course it can wait. Dinner was quiet. Delicious, but quiet. Then I helped clean up. I moved my things into Denise's old room. You can have our bedroom. I won't deny you sex anytime you want it. Let me know when you want to talk. Naomi disappeared into Denise's room. I retired to my office. The papers were signed and dated. We were legally separated. I can't honestly say this is what I wanted. My emotions were at an all-time high. Moving happily ever after a tire or 2 burst. Was it possible? Taking 3 fingers of whiskey, I unfolded Naomi's letter. Bryce! I'm not going down the beaten path of cliches. I was being selfish and preparing to do something I would always regret. It all started when Jim Stevens was hired for the vacant office manager position. He is a very persuasive man, and I was drawn into the web by his constant flirting. As you know, not many people flirt with me. I was soaking up his attention. He suggested that I use lip gloss. I'm ashamed to admit that he was the one who chose the color. Soon after, he suggested I wear perfume, the first perfume he bought for me. We went out to lunch alone, and I played footsie with him. I was intoxicated by the attention he was giving me. He suggested I wear more revealing outfits, and I bought some for him to enjoy. Now comes the hard part. 2 weeks ago, as we were coming back from lunch, he took my hand and put it in his lap. When we parked, he pulled my head to his and I kissed him. That week, I refused to have lunch with him again. I went to lunch with him twice last week, and again on Monday. We kissed again. It didn't go any further than that. He demanded more from me, but I wouldn't give in. As you probably already know, it was his idea for me to get lipo. I hope you believe me when I tell you that's all that happened. I do love you, but my actions definitely don't validate it. I'm as sorry can be. When you accused me, I panicked. I thought I'd never been wrong enough to lie to you. I thought I'd hidden everything from you. My lying to you may have decided my fate. I have only myself to blame. My actions violate the post-nuptial agreement, so you are entitled to all property as stated in the document. I will gladly give up everything if I can keep you. If you decide to divorce me, I will not resist. I was foolish, and sometimes foolishness has serious consequences. I realize that now, albeit belatedly. You are all my love, Naomi. I sat in the chair for another hour. The only way for me to fall asleep was with a drink. In the morning, the sun seemed too bright. I picked up my phone and saw messages from all 3 kids. I made a group reply, "Your mother cheated. I don't know yet if what she wrote in the letter was true. We are officially separated, but we live under the same roof. I need time to determine where I will go next. Thank you for your support. It would be pretty hard without it. Love you, Daddy." When I finished getting dressed, Naomi was already waiting for me in the kitchen. "What's your schedule today?" "Avoiding you." I did mention Naomi was smart, didn't I? She knew better than to say anything. I ate in silence, then grabbed my briefcase and headed for the door. "Let me know if you need anything, Bryce." "Yeah, one thing comes to mind. Get an STD test. Turns out she's not that smart." "Bryce, I did not have sex with him." "You lied every step of the way. What makes you think I should believe you? I wouldn't touch you without checking." Her defeated look and quieter tears were replaced by the words, "Goodbye." "I was tested today. It was a waste of money, but if that's what you want, I'll have the results in a few days. I'm sorry I snapped at you." "Whatever you say. I'm going to dinner. Is Mickey here?" "No, she's avoiding me too." A few days later, Naomi silently handed me a clean STD report. "I had a very good interview today. It won't be exactly the same, but I'll be working again. Did you have an expense plan? I give you money and you pay for everything?" "I haven't thought it through yet. I'll go through my checkbook and make an estimate." "Am I still on your health insurance or do I need to get my own?" "I haven't changed anything." "No, not exactly. I changed the life insurance beneficiaries on the kids. It caused a mist in my eyes and a couple drops of tears." Life was moving slowly. I still didn't know what I wanted myself. Naomi was happy with her new job. The kids were too busy doing their own thing to worry about our problems. Days turned into weeks. I made a lot of sarcastic remarks at the first opportunity. "Bryce, what else can I do? If you want a divorce, stop stalling. It's a done deal." Not 3 months into our separation, I began to heat up the situation. My office holiday party was coming up. I'm always there, but mostly because I'm in upper management. I decided to get a little revenge on Naomi. I arrived home at the usual time and the smell of cookies filled the house. I needed to change and get to the hotel downtown where the festivities were taking place. "Hey, sweetie, how was work today?" "Same as always. I'm not staying for dinner. We're having a company party tonight." "Oh my God, what's the dress code today? Just give me a few minutes and I'll be ready." "I'm sorry, Naomi, I'm not taking you. I have a date. I need to change." "I didn't have a date. I was picking up Mickey so she could dance. I rarely wear cologne, but today I did." "It's at a hotel downtown. If I drink too much or something, I'll just get a room. Good night, Naomi." I could tell by the look on Naomi's face how hurt she was. So be it. Unhappiness loves company. Her turn to deal with emotions she thought she would never have to deal with. Very few people asked about Naomi. The rumor spread and everyone knew something was wrong. I enjoyed the blatant flirting offered by several unmarried ladies. It would be very easy to spend the night with a desirable partner. I pondered whether I should head home tonight. How much pain had already been delivered, would it be enough? Around 1 a.m., Mickey got ready to leave. Robin Lowry, a divorced 30-year-old cutie, was drunk. She's in my unit, but she doesn't report directly to me. "Bryce, I rented a room. I could use some help finding my room." I picked Robin up before she fell. Mark Franklin, who works for me, grabbed her from the other side. Robin held out the key to Mickey. Mark and I walked Robin to the elevators. We were just shy of going into her room when she announced, "Oh my God, I feel so bad." We dragged her into the bathroom. Mickey stayed with her. When the gagging sound subsided, Mickey reappeared. "I think she's going to live." A naked Robin emerged from the bathroom. "Where's my bed?" I won't try to deny it. I was mesmerized. What beautiful breasts. Mickey escorted Robin into the bedroom and tucked her in for the night. You guys are just awful, standing there looking at her. I have no idea what you're talking about, Mickey. What about you, Mark? Didn't see anything. Men! We got back to the party and I went around to everyone saying goodbye. Mickey grabbed her purse and sweater. I asked her to spray some perfume on my shirt. She danced with all the men who asked her out. She's 18 and already a woman. I was proud of how skillful her acting was. More than once, she brushed off inappropriate advances. She saved the slow dancing for the oldest man she could find. I kissed her goodbye on the forehead and sent her home. By the time I pulled into the driveway, the lights were out. I noticed movement in the window curtains. Naomi didn't say hello to me. I left my clothes in the bathroom and slept like a dead man. My clothes were gone when I staggered into the bathroom in the morning. After brushing my teeth, I went to the kitchen. You're back home. How was the party? Pretty typical. Did your lady have a good time? She sure did. I don't think she missed a single slow dance. Did you kiss her? Yeah, but nothing more than that. You're okay with that, aren't you? Goddamn, Bryce, it's killing me. I'm sorry. Last night was the longest night of my life. If you're gonna divorce me, do it now. Don't bullshit me. I wish the choice was that easy, Naomi. I can't forget the 100 years we spent together. You cheated. Maybe you had sex, maybe you didn't. But that doesn't change the fact that you arbitrarily reneged on our marriage vows. But you did too last night. So you can and I can't. Nice double standard. Convenient for you, isn't it? Bryce, I want us to end this. I'm afraid you'll find someone you like better than me. It scares the hell out of me. Welcome to my world. Now you have some idea of what goes on in my head. I'm going for a walk. I'm coming with you. That was a first. I'm walking a 2-mile loop that takes me about 45 minutes, depending on my speed. This is a first for Naomi. We walked in silence. That was nice, Naomi. I'm going to take a shower. Can I join you? Honestly, I think Naomi was checking for signs of grooming. I can't remember when else she's kissed every inch of my body. It's part of her penance. We wiped each other and made ourselves comfortable on my bed. Then we made love. Afterward, Naomi gathered her clothes. Anytime you want, stud. I have no idea how she found out, but I should have suspected she would. It only took a few days. You're very proud of yourself, aren't you? You took Mickey to your party. Did you say you did all the slow dances with her? No, I said she did all the slow dances. You heard what you wanted to hear. Whose perfume was on your shirt? I asked Mickey. And so you didn't sleep with any other women that night? Why would I confess? Some of these young women definitely have firm breasts. Soft young arms really feel good. I said too much, but nothing happened. The color came off Naomi's face. Her eyes were moist. Ignorance hurts, doesn't it, Naomi? Tell me when you can get that thought out of your head, next week or 10 years from now. Now the bedroom, asshole. Wow, twice in 1 week. Get used to it if you want to stay here. Denise is engaged to Richard. She managed to make him jealous enough at the holiday party. So much for the savings account. Naomi had gotten nothing from her previous employer, although Jim Stevens had been sent packing a few months later. Although her new job was somewhat different, she was promoted to shift supervisor after 6 months. She doesn't wear makeup or perfume and only wears more attractive outfits when we go out together. She made me accompany her to her annual checkup. Naomi wanted me to know that it was her doctor's advice to lose weight. It was smart of her, as I would have gotten suspicious if she just started dieting and exercising. She is spending a lot of money on clothes again, but this time because she is shedding the extra pounds. All 3 kids have taken turns to stop avoiding Naomi. We're a family again. Eventually, Naomi found out about Robin, again from Mickey. Do you ever think about Robin? Only when we're making love. It's okay, as long as it's the only time you think about her. I know it's greedy of me, but her little fling led to the most fulfilling love life I've ever enjoyed. We made the right choice in forgiving Naomi. The end. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you.